Welcome to the show, everyone. We are going to have some show today. I'm really excited about it. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. I want to first introduce my first guest. She's been on, if it's 1 o'clock and it's Wednesday, then Lynette ZANG, the CEO of ZANG Enterprise, is here. Lynette, you are a worldwide speaker where you have taught people this phrase: if you do not hold it, you do not own it.
That is accurate.
Okay, and we're going to talk a little bit about gold and silver today. And what we've decided to do, I think we just mentioned it last time that you were on, that people in the audience could think a little bit about the questions that they might have pertaining gold and silver. And I'd like to open it up to the audience right away. And for people who are listening, any question, we've said this too, she said this many times on my show, no question is a stupid question. So you can call in here, and our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And call in here, and I'm just gonna keep these lines open, and we're gonna talk about what you think about gold and silver. And again, there might be some people out there that may not necessarily agree, but then you can tell them why that they should, because you're very pro gold and silver, right?
Well, I'm pro sound money.
Sound money.
And sound money is money that is above all governments and all central banks, and they cannot inflate it away. What we have is, you want to play central bank?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
it's so much fun.
this is
Watch
just
us
easy.
here.
Here we go. Let's play central bank.
There we go. And
Right?
this is so much fun to watch us here on Facebook because we're in here. We've got money now all over the table, and it's called what kind of money?
Fiat
money. See, I have listened.
Good.
And but what's really fun too, if you want to go up onto Facebook and put in Networking Arizona and watch us in here live doing the show, it's really fun. We've got our lines open here. We want people who have questions about this. As you're listening, call in, ask your questions. Our number here again, 602-277-5369. Go ahead.
Well, I want to expand the questions. Definitely on sound money, gold and silver, but you can ask me any market question. You can ask me anything about cryptocurrencies, anything to do with money and markets. I've been a stockbroker, I've been a banker, I've been doing this on some level for 60 years.
For 60 years. Let me just tell you another thing about her. Okay, she has a YouTube channel that you're very famous with, and you can tell everybody a little bit about it because it's on Tuesdays, and it's
well, I do the live. I'm super active. We post new things, new materials
I see it all
every
over.
single day because education is so critical. How many times can you be lied to and you do not know the truth?
Right.
So, and we're also evidence-based, which means we make the research easy for you. Just follow the links. You'll be reading the same things that I do. It's really important. But on Tuesdays, we do it live, and then there's a Q&A. And
we've got our lines open here to do that here. It's so much fun. We do have a caller, Sherry. She's from Chandler. What's your question? Doing really good. How about you?
Sherry, nice to hear from you. Good. That would be good. Yes. Oh, 100%. You need a certain amount of cash, and when we're looking at the strategy, we're going to first ask you about what your goals are. So we're going to get to know who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. And as you know, our goal is to meet you where you are and help you get to where you want to be. But you said something in the beginning about a money market savings. Do you realize that that is actually a mutual fund, and that in 2008, money markets broke the buck? In other words, They want you to think about it like it's savings. So you put $1 in, you can get $1 out whenever you want to. However, what's happened in 2008 was that the money market went below $1. So if you put $1 in, you were getting less than $1 out. And then what they did was they froze the accounts and they changed the rules. They changed the rules to put fees and gates in there. So if a lot of people are trying to get money out of the money market at the same time, the fees to do it, you would look at it and go, oh no, I don't wanna pay those fees. It's the same thing with an IRA, right? They think about these things. How high do those fees need to be? This was their question. How high do those fees need to be to discourage people from pulling that money out? Well, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it, right? So you look at that and you say, I don't wanna pay those taxes, but you will be paying taxes on it at some point. So if you are proactive and you think about how you want to take that taxable event, it's going to be better for you that when they decide how you are going to take that taxable event and how much that's going to be. I will tell you this, the strategy is designed to compensate for any fees, any taxes, any penalties, any costs, so that at the end of the day, you are made whole. It's like a full circle strategy.
But I just gotta chime in here
Yeah,
for a
please.
second, because one thing that I know about you, Lynette, is that you let people take baby steps on this thing, and you can
Sure.
start, because there are a lot of people out there that maybe are a little bit afraid about letting go of their money right now.
Well, letting go of their fiat money,
That okay.
right? Sherry, do you notice inflation? Do you notice how much more it costs you to live? Do you think that's gonna get better, worse, or stay the same?
Yeah, I think that's what the main thing is, and we're gonna keep her on if she can. I don't know how long you can wait, but because we're gonna go to a break here. But honestly, what I wanted to say is that, I don't know if she's heard you, but that you are, do it where people can start off with just buying one.
Well, they can. That's why I said, we meet you where you are.
Right,
And then we help you get to where you wanna go.
right, so you can maybe buy a little and then grow as you can do that. Can you do that?
Well, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Our
She told
minimum-
me that, so,
That's
you know,
true.
if she told me that, you know you can. No, I'm like.
Right, no, it's true, and our minimum is $1 silver.
Exactly,
Right,
that's what it says.
that's the minimum.
That's the minimum.
But if you are comfortable, because we want you to be comfortable, we don't want you to do anything that you are not comfortable doing. So we hold your hand through the process, but I'll tell you, I gave you this little card which you can't see, but it's no two quarters are alike. So we have pre-1964 quarter, which is roughly a quarter of an ounce of silver, and a new quarter that's just garbage base metal.
Well, we're gonna
right?
talk about that when we get back, because we're gonna go to
Okay.
a break. We're live on Facebook. Okay, well, we'll
Okay,
hope if she's
Sherry.
willing to do that, that's great. We've got our lines open here for people to call in, and our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free is 1-866-536-1100. We're gonna also talk a little bit about something that Lynette does for all of the listeners that listen to the show. And you can check her out on ZANG.com. Hang tight, we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we're gonna keep on going because we're live in this room right now still.
Absolutely.
Okay? That was fun,
Mm-hmm.
and we would like to say here, hold on, somebody left. I think we're gonna do is leave it like this, and then she said she was gonna hold on, so I will get back. Oh, I'm sorry. I think what we'll do is just leave it like this, and then she said she's gonna hold on and we'll come back off the break. Okay, thank you. You know, and I'm hoping that was okay that I said that, because
100% is
what
fine.
I'm hearing from, I think, a lot of people is that they're afraid right now. to do anything,
Yeah,
like
they should
anything
be
where they take
afraid of
a
this stuff.
jump. Right, I understand that, and you're so comfortable with it.
Well,
that
I've
you-
done it my whole life on
Well, but
some
not
level,
even
so
that,
yes, I am
yeah,
very
exactly,
comfortable
I
with
mean,
it.
your uncle, what was his name? Uncle Al, I mean, he had it all there, and that's where you learned it, so you already knew. But I just think a lot of people right now, because of the way the economy is, some people have even not been able to recover
Yep,
from what
that's
happened.
true.
And I think just everybody's are like, okay, I don't know whether I can do that or not. I think love having you talking here and being able to, educate the people. And maybe they don't understand to do it right away, maybe they
Right,
wanna
they
come in
have
and
to do
learn
what
more.
they're comfortable.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly.
We love questions, we're extremely patient. You can come in and sit down live, you're gonna take possession of it, we're not gonna hold it for you.
And that's the other
Right?
thing that we wanna
That's
say
key.
again.
That's key. That's when you have to
And I also
worry.
wanna do your giveaway, okay, for yours, cause I didn't do that.
Okay.
Okay, I got too excited, I'm sorry.
I get excited too. It's okay. We like the excitement, but yeah, we'll meet you where you are and then help you understand it, so that you can't be lied to.
Okay.
This is a lie. Money is supposed to hold your purchasing power, but nobody expects this to hold their purchasing power anymore. They know it's gonna be inflated away. Well, this cannot be inflated away, and neither can this. And it's really simple. It's because it is used in every single sector of the global economy.
So they can't change it.
Well, right, because it's got the broadest base of utility and the broadest base of demand. This stuff is used in one place. So when that demand goes away, what do you got? You've got a $10 trillion Zimbabwe note that you can't buy eggs with. Okay, but that's why it's above all central banks and governments, because it's used in every single sector of the global economy. And they have not figured out how to duplicate its property, either one of their properties, in a lab.
I'm surprised, I can't even believe that.
Oh, they've been working on that for thousands of years.
I'm surprised, we're on air. So welcome back, everyone. I mean, I love when we go, we're on, talking to everybody at Facebook Land, and we're sitting here during the break, still talking, still learning, and you can learn forever from Lynette. What I would like to say is, number one, that Lynette does like to do a special for the listeners if you call to them and you set up an appointment, and you sit down, and if you purchase something, now remember, their minimum is $1 silver, that's it. So
Yeah.
$1 silver, and you will earn, by doing that, you earn a $1 silver ZANG dollar, I should say it that way.
It's
And
a
it says
round.
round, I got it,
It's not a dollar,
it's a round, okay? And all you have to do is call them, and their phone number is 480-376-7456, and if you wanna learn more about Lynette and ZANG Enterprises, just go to LynetteZang.com. Okay, we have Sherry, she's still on the line, okay, so we still have Sherry on the line, and we were talking at the break, and now we're just gonna have a conversation with Sherry too.
Right.
I just wanna say that I had said that how people may wanna take some baby steps, and you allow that, that's what I love about you.
Well, you really have to do what you're comfortable doing, and a lot of that starts with education. Right? And so many times people will do something, but they won't really fully understand why. Whereas we like to get to know you and put your goals first. Let's talk about your goals and your circumstances, and then it's the right tool for the job.
Well, we've got our lines open here. Sherry's on the line right now. You can join in, and our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free is 1-866-536-1100. And you can call in here and join in on this. Any question, you've also said no question is a stupid question.
Correct.
And so please call in any questions that you might have. Sherry, did you want to also chime in more?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which is, Well, they have different functions, right? So you put your goals first so that whatever supports what you're trying to accomplish. So for example, if, look, I've been studying currencies and currency life cycles since 1987, right? I don't know anybody else that has done that, but I've been groomed for this moment in time. And I 100% knew in 2008 that the old system died. And then they were in a rush to develop a new system, and I think we can all see that it's a digital system that they're trying to take us into, and a full surveillance economy. But this is not an easy shift, because when one currency dies, another one will be born. What physical gold and silver do is that bridge to get you from one system into the other system with your purchasing power intact. So for me, the point of silver is to enable me, if I need to go to the grocery store and get some strawberries, or I need to put a tank of gas in my car, then I'm gonna wanna do it with silver. You're not gonna wanna do that with gold. On the other side of that, one of the big risks in real estate, so if you own your home, are property taxes, because our government classifies it as immovable property. You can't put your house on your back and take it away. So one of the things that happens during these transitions is that your property taxes go up, and during the Depression, even if you had your house paid for, if you did not pay your property taxes, you lost your house. So in that case, you're gonna wanna do it with fractional gold coins. And when I say fractional, that just means lower than an ounce, less than an ounce. So that's why I said, we've got a whole list, and depending upon how you live your life would determine what kind of silver and how much of it you need, what kind of gold and how much of it you need. So there's no blanket. But I can also tell you this, that, and I probably ran these numbers maybe 2 weeks ago, so I'll be pretty close. But if you take an original food basket from, say, 1913 to today from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and you compare it, that food basket, according to them, is up about 2,500%. In spot silver, that's up same time frame about 3,000%. Spot gold is up about 13,000%. So spot, and spot, you can't, anybody that really believes what Wall Street is trying to sell them, I have this bridge in Brooklyn that I don't really own, right? You're not gonna get good price discovery from Wall Street anyway. But that's why for me, silver is primarily, but not totally, for barterability. It's just your day-to-day stuff. Gold is more about wealth preservation and actually growth, because obviously you can expand your wealth base. And neither one of them at the spot gold market, that's just a contract. And they can create as much gold and silver that does not nor ever will exist, but the market reads it as if it does exist. That'll last until all confidence in the currency and the dollar, as well as in the establishment that runs everything, when that confidence is gone. So that's something I pay a lot of attention to.
We talked about that a little last time.
Yep.
Go ahead.
When that confidence is gone and they need to regain your confidence because prices are going up in terms of the fiat dollars, the US dollar, rapidly, and it's noticeable, then what they do are overnight revaluations. And every government in the world, there are 196 governments, right? Or countries, every single one has a gold revaluation account.
So they can change it whenever they want?
Yeah, and they will. They will revalue it, and that's when it's gonna start moving more toward the fundamental value. And I can tell you 100%, and I teach you how to do this. I don't want you to take my word for it. I don't actually want you to take my word for any of this. I want you to do your own due diligence, which is why I give you all of the links. But I can tell you for an absolute fact, with all of the money printing that our governments all around the world have done, the true fundamental value, and this is gonna sound outrageous, but the true fundamental value of 1 ounce of gold is somewhere in the vicinity of $40,000. And the fundamental value of 1 ounce of silver is actually about $2,000. So where spot is somewhere around 34, 35 bucks on an ounce of silver, and somewhere around 3,400 on an ounce of gold. It's a bargain.
But here's the thing, I too think that so many people, we have to take charge,
We do.
okay? And I think that's what you're so passionate about, what you do.
Yeah.
And educating. And I
Yes.
think that's the thing about what she's doing here and being here as often as you are, because you want to educate the public. And unfortunately, sometimes it takes more than one time for people to hear something, but the more
Way
that
more
you
than
hear
one
it-
time.
Exactly, I think it's 7 or 8,
Mhm.
but the more that you can hear it, the more that you start to get it, and you have all these links, you can go and check them out. It's gonna make it easier for you, because again, if you don't, what's gonna happen is, well, we're gonna be, I hate to say it, SOL. Yeah.
Oh boy, it's worse than you're gonna miss the train. This is really not about gains. This is about survival, right? And so one of the-
Protection,
protection, 100%.
100%, yeah.
100%.
Sherry, I just wanted to ask you. Okay. That's okay,
No,
it's
it's great.
good, we wanted that. So we're gonna, I hope we get to do this again, maybe we'll do it again next time.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
because
I
we
love
want
it.
people to be able to, if you have questions and you didn't get it in today, that's okay. We'll do it again. We'd like to be able to have you learn more and ask more questions. Questions are great. So our number here is 602-277-5369. If we have anybody that might be, no, I don't think we will be able to, but you know what? Think about it like we did for last time. Think
Right.
about what you might want to ask, and then coming up Wednesday at 1 o'clock, if it's Wednesday and it's 1, then we know we've got Lynette Zang here. And check her out on her website,
Right.
which is LynetteZang.com. And don't forget that they're offering for when you call them and make an appointment, and when you buy something, and it's as little as $1 silver right now, that's their minimum, you're gonna get a Zang silver round. that you're gonna-
99.9% pure.
And you're gonna get that as a, like a gift, you're gonna earn that for yourself. So you can call them at 480-376-7456. I'm gonna repeat it again, it's 480-376-7456. Check her out, it's LynetteZang.com.